Yeah, so it's gonna be a bit of a weird stream today. I'm gonna be solo for a little bit, unfortunately. Let me get this title updated. So we are on a quest to hit Mythic. We are very, very close. By very close, I mean I'm in Diamond 1. Let me just show you my profile real quick. Diamond Tier 1, almost there. Gonna try to hit it. We got 3 hours. I've been using a mono white aggro. Can't really see what could go wrong. You know, hey Nick, what's up, man? If you want, you can join the Discord chat. I'd be 100% for it. Yeah, it's gonna be a weird stream. Only playing Constructed until I hit Mythic. We'll see how this goes. Yeah, I've got a quick announcement to make after this game. Just to, well, we'll deal with that when we deal with that. Playing some mono white aggro. Pretty basic, you know, Luminarch Aspirants, Thalias. The spice of Guardian of the Faith. Flash Vigilance, phasing out your creatures, just trying to make sure we survive. I hope, Nick. Really hope so. Okay, because it's Orzhov, I'm gonna lead with Thalia. Thalia is probably the best 2-drop in this deck. There are a lot of really good ones. Thalia does work. You can see its power here, I believe. I'm also gonna flash in Guardian of the Faith, just to protect it. Basically what Thalia does is Thalia taxes your opponents, or every non-creature spell that is cast. I'm gonna flash in Guardian of the Faith now, Zen Step. Just reps a decent amount of damage right here. I'm not gonna have Thalia phase out, just to keep that tax going. So now we can do Slam, Aspirant, and Rumble for 6. He could still have a board wipe. On 4, he just needs double white with that Doomscar. However, I feel real comfortable playing into it because I do have this Legion Angel in my hand, which effectively draws you a couple more Legion Angels. So I think we're fine. And it turns out it's not Doomscar, so we're in real good shape. Right. I've been enjoying this list a lot. I feel like, you know, it's mono white aggro. There's not really a lot of difficult choices. It just seems to be, you know, play spells, rumble. You know, its 2-drop slots are stacked. You have Thalias, Luminarch Aspirants. The whatever Fateful Absence is very good removal. Actually, gonna play Django, see the Empire. Has a land, maybe not the smartest thing to do. However, doesn't look like he's playing creatures. I think we're fine with it. Gonna exile like Thalia here, which is fine. Kinda have to get rid of that thing. Thalia is super annoying, which is why you always play duplicates. What a Fateful Absence as well. I've hit it a couple times. I haven't hit it with mono white yet, I don't think. I know I hit it with mono black midrange. I hit it with mono green aggro. Oh, that Needhawk is brutal. Yeah, we'll see, man. I think Cave of the Frost. Honestly, one of the best manland, or one of the best rare lands I've seen in a while. Being able to animate gives this deck a lot of resilience. Definitely needed a control match like we are in right now. Especially with meat hooks, dodging the meat hooks, the Doomscars, you know, the 9 million other board wipes. It's very, very nice. Anyway, we'll get some damage in with the Legion Angel. Just gonna play a second. There's no reason for me to play the Hopeful Initiate into this. He's gonna have a board wipe or he's gonna lose. That's the only options right now. I see no reason to throw away card for no reason. World competition. I wouldn't say that. Just gonna meat hook. That's gonna clear my board again. So Relative ease may be an understatement there, Nick, but I appreciate the confidence. I'm gonna play a third Legion Angel. I only have one left, which is unfortunate. I think I'm gonna play the Hopeful Initiate now. That's lethal attack. We do have a lethal attack, provided he doesn't have a wipe or any removal, which is looking more and more unlikely. And there's a farewell to exile all creatures. In response, I'm gonna kill off my Legion Angel with the Fateful Absence. I don't believe that he will have any. I don't think he's running any removal or aka creatures. The fact he's negating that's really big. I think that's the right play. We'll see. And now we still get to recommit to the board with that final Legion Angel and another Hopeful Initiate. So hopefully we'll be able to untap and kill him, but again, he could have any number. Teferi's a very good play here. He's a couple life. Tutor's here too. Or top 3 tutor, I guess. 4 mana though, he can't meat hook for enough to kill that Legion Angel. And I don't know of any wipes that are for 4 right now. Well, there's definitely one for 5. Alright, well. I could play the Spellbinder, but I think we just gotta go for the win. It's very unlikely as an instant speed wipe. It's more likely it's an instant speed bounce spell. So we just gotta force him to have it. There's not really much I can do in this position. Attacking Teferi does me no good when I can kill him. It'll go so. Yeah, so investigating, at the very least, that would have ensured that I would have drawn a card with the free mana I have. I didn't have a lot of free mana, unfortunately. So I like that play. I think I would have done it myself, especially since Negate is kind of a dead card in this match. So moving our final Legion Angel is very unfortunate. Right, as I was saying, this deck runs very few non-creature spells, so the fact that he's willing to burn a negate on, you know, me killing my own creature means very little. It means that he gets a card out of his hand and potentially a card out of mine as well. So I kind of like that play. Okay. Another Teferi, so I mean, he's not in any danger right now, so I do like that. I think he's gonna have to +1 right now, because I don't think there's.
And some think time only flows in one direction.
Okay. I'm gonna Spellbinder him. I just want to see what he's working with. If there's a removal spell, wipe, whatever. Switch. He's got nothing. Justin Django. Very strong land. You're gonna see the power of it here. Taking out my Hopeful Initiate, gaining a life off that meat hook. This is tricky. I don't think I'm gonna win this one. He turned it around, it looks like, which is very unfortunate. We'll see. Teferi getting that look at that top 3. There's a good chance at least one of those is gonna be a land, but Deluge gonna hit gas, especially this late in the game. Because let's think, even if he doesn't wipe, which he can with the +1 from Teferi and a meat hook for 1 right now, just wipes my board. But ignoring a wipe, I attack for 6, 7, 8, which isn't a lot. He'll go down to 5. He still has 3 cards in hand, an active Planeswalker, which I'm gonna choose to ignore. I'm gonna choose to hold Thalia as well. Because taxing him right now doesn't do too much, I'd just rather have a creature held back in my hand in the case of a wipe. So that Vanishing Verse is interesting. Taking out the land is the smart choice, it'll dodge board wipes. However, does mean he doesn't have a wipe himself, which is a very good sign for me, considering it means he's probably still digging for one. Currently, I do have lethal on board, with that Cave of the Frost Dragon hiding out. Obviously, that is barring any interaction. And I think we just gotta go for the win. There's not really much else I can do right now. Drawing Usher the Fallen as well is very nice, and will ensure that I can at least potentially rebuild, provided. Even with a Hullbreaker. That card's dangerous. However, I think it can't bounce. Non-land? Alright, cool. I think this game's just over now, right? Like, Hullbreaker, any spell turns into a removal spell. I don't have any. I have one flyer. He's gonna get a loot in. Not really much else I can do here, unfortunately. Teferi's gonna hit gas, it appears.
Win the tough way or the fun way.
He still has a loot off of the Celestis, so I can't imagine he doesn't have anything. Just Celestis makes a lot of sense. Legendary artifact is going to be much good to have too. It's going to come Knight again, he gets another loot. Pitching negate makes a lot of sense. So this is interesting. Drawing Raydan, aka Valkmira, is huge. A little bit of luck, this will resolve. Giving my spells Ward 1 isn't really that relevant. You could argue I should have gone for a creature. However, with Hullbreaker on the field, I think a 2-3 doesn't really do too much to change the clock. I'd rather have at least the potential to prevent any targeting. However, he can just bounce Valkmira itself, and we're back to square one here. So Hullbreaker is just such a dangerous threat, taking over the board very, very quickly, taking over the game, I should say, and being a 7/8 is definitely relevant. Discarding Farewell is a very good sign that he thinks he's turned the corner. Memory Deluge is basically ensuring that he only has spells left in his hand. I'm going to play this one out because there's really no reason not to. No time limits here, unlike in Paper Magic. If it was paper, I would just concede it a while ago. It's unfortunate, but, that's how it goes sometimes. I don't think I can even hit a board or a removal spell to kill this thing because he has so much mana left untapped. Teferi, untap another one. Only thing I think I can do is just play out Usher, play out Dahlia, and maybe hope to have another turn. There's not really too much else I can do here. It's unfortunate starting on the quest to Mythic, and that's going to bounce Dahlia. Leaving just the lone Usher back to block. I think this may just be the game here, unfortunately. Unlucky, but you can get him next time. Yeah, always can. Yep. That's it. That's a good game. Unfortunate, but, could argue I could have made several misplays. At the very least, just got to Diamond 1, so we're not going to get knocked down a little bit. Not quite yet, anyway. Right, so I'm going to bring a bit of levity real quick. I feel like I have to address this, even though I don't really want to. I assume everyone knows about the conflict, the war, I should say, in Ukraine, between the Ukraine and the Russians. It's a horrible thing. There's really nothing more I can say about it. I am in no means qualified to talk at any length about this. I'm an 18-year-old kid. There's plenty of more reputable sources. There's plenty of people who are more knowledgeable about this than I am. I figure I at least have to address this. I can't ignore it. Similar to how, you couldn't ignore COVID a year and a half ago. This is just the major event. There's not really much I can say. There's nothing I know to do. It's unfortunate that this is happening. And that's a massive understatement, so I apologize for anything that I'm saying that can seem like I'm taking this lightly. I assure you I am not. I don't really want to talk about politics. My job is, when I am on Twitch, I am attempting to be an entertainer. So I do believe this is not my place to say anything. However, I feel like it is my place to at least mention it and explain my reasoning for not talking about it. Like I said, it's a terrible thing, and I mean, I am by no means qualified to talk about this. I am just some random 18-year-old kid, so that is the reason I am not qualified to talk about this in the slightest. It's unfortunate, but I at least can attempt to give you an escape from this for the next couple hours, in however way I can. So, with that in mind, I will continue playing Arena, and I'm just going to ask that we... This sounds callous, but I'm going to attempt to entertain you for the next couple hours and give you an escape from whatever is going on in life. So with that in mind, we will continue playing Arena. A goofy game about, goofy people patrolling the multiverse. I think that's fair. Yeah, I mean, like, I don't want to spend too much time talking about it. I know, for the main reason of I can't. There's simply nothing I can do. Anyway, we're going to keep this hand. It's a little land light, however, we do have a very aggressive Usher the Fallen, plus Intrepid Adversary. Usher is for some reason they decided a 1-white 2/1 wasn't good enough. Gotta have an active ability. There's our land, so we're gonna get there. Usher's boasting ability, very similar to Raid. It actually does, except for Boast has to, that creature itself must attack. You can activate it any time, as long as that creature attacked this turn. Kessig Naturalist is interesting. It is obviously a werewolf deck at this point. Card ramps you as an Anthem on the flip side. It's very, very, very strong 2-drop, especially for the werewolf archetype. I haven't really seen too many... I'm shocked he's trading it. That was... I gotta wonder what the heck's going through his head, because that's a terrible trade for him. This is a difficult choice. Snakes in Veil doesn't really do me too much good to get rid of it. Arwen can really take over the game with that -3. Shatterskull's annoying. It's 2 for 1. I think I gotta take out that Arwen. Arwen's just so devastating late in the game, or early in the game. It can swing the tide very, very, very quickly. He already knows you'll win. Still, that's a bizarre trade to make. I know he has a backup, but it doesn't make a lot of sense. Anyway, we're going to Anthem with the Intrepid Adversary. One of the best 2-drops in this deck, just gets better with time. It's a very aggressive card. As an Anthem, you don't really want to see, right? Like, this thing goes down to a Frostbite. Goes down to basic Frostbite. What is he doing? Oh, I know he's got... Oh, I see. Alright. That's still really bizarre. Because when you think about it, that Usher the Fallen took out not only a Kessig Naturalist, but took out a Snakeskin as well from that token. So that, my turn 1 play has already gone the distance to turn 4. It's still doing work. I am in no way going to trade that Adversary, even if it's for an Anthem. I know he's probably going to cast Shatterskull Smash here. he's just going to take it out anyway, which is unfortunate. Yeah, it's another card out of his hand. And doing that 1 damage is very smart. I'm going to take out the Spellbinder without the effect. Another land is super awkward here, but at least we get to see what he's working with. We get to take out the Storm Chaser. And because of that, I'm going to take out the Naturalist now. The reason being, he has the land in hand, he attacks, he gets another land. That's Arlen, and that's 2 wolves, and I cannot come back from that right now. I don't think I can come back from that next turn either, however, it gives me a turn to prepare. The fact that he's cracking a clue and not playing the Storm Chaser is very, very big. That Storm Chaser is very dangerous, so you draw it. Alright, cool. I think we just gotta raise all I can do, especially since it's just all in lands. Just gonna have to try to race. I think I have more power late game. The Wanderer's huge. Luminarch Aspirant's huge. I know it's night, but there's nothing I can do about it. That could be the death of me. What are we gonna say? Tovar is also very dangerous. Oh no. Alright, this may be the game. Oh, he attacks for 9. Didn't activate Tovar's ability, but it's not gonna matter considering I am dead on board. Unless I can get... I think the Wanderer saves me at this point. I don't think it's gonna... That's good. Maybe I have done it. I get to get rid of his Tovar. Tovar goes down. I can then jump with the Cathar. He's at 5, so he's dead on board from my Cave of the Frost Dragon. If he just wants to play the Storm Chaser, I die, because that's an additional haste creature, so additional 3 power. So as long as he gives that one Storm Chaser, or Storm Seeker, haste, gives the other one the Anthem to either itself or the Wolf, I am dead. But it doesn't look like he's going to take that play. The Liberator is still a creature, and Unnatural Moonrise makes it night. That'll transform mine to make it a 3/3 First Striker, which is still very good. A 2/0 Trample's much worse. So that's 2 lethal threats, that means I am dead. If he just jams with all, he is lethal. Man, that flood was brutal. Let's see if he notices. All he has to do is hit attack with all, and I will lose this game. Though it looks like he's taking his time. I mean, there's not really much I can do at this point. I'm out of cards in hand. I'm out of mana. I don't know if he timed out or what, but he's got the game won. There's really nothing I can do. Even if I block the biggest threat, I'm still taking 6, which is 1 more than my life total. You could argue I could have held the Spellbinder back. And there's a definite case for that. However, yeah, he's just jamming. That would have ensured I survive. However, I was not winning that game by sitting back and doing nothing. So I do think I made the right choice there. We will get knocked down back to Diamond 2, unfortunately. Not a great start to the stream so far. Definitely a little promising game to start, especially since he was making those really weird trades, but that 2-for-1 Shatter Skull smashing, and then just me only drawing lands, is absolutely brutal. We will rank up, and that's a Kamigawa attack. Just gotta keep going at the end. Yeah, we can come back from this, you know, 0-2 to start, immediate, like, 20-0 tear. You know, we're gonna hit Mythic, we're gonna keep going. Top 1500. Top 1500, and then I'm gonna be able to stream the live event, the Mythic Invitation, or whatever they call it. You're right, Nick. I gotta believe, buddy. We all have to believe in the heart of the cards. That's why we lost. We didn't believe in the heart of the cards. We need to believe in it now. You know, I got my buddy Pon Pon Chan, I got Nick in chat. We got this. Lead with a Django. Easily one of the best cycles in Standard. And we're playing the Aura's deck. And you wanna know the Aura's deck hates? Thalia's. Thalia and targeted removal. This game's over before it even began. I know that seems really cocky. However, this is the one match that I think Mono White has the edge 100% of the time when Thalia comes down. There's very, very, very few things this guy can do right now. Especially with the Spellbinder coming down to tax any spell. I mean, it's in the name. I'm gonna hit the Borrowed Time here. That may be a mistake. However, Borrowed Time, that's his lone removal spell. Getting rid of that now while I have 2 in hand basically ensures that no matter what, he cannot take out my creatures without me basically knowing. Runeforge Champ is very good, especially with Jukai Naturalist combo to ensure that your runes are free. I'm not going to let this happen. I'm going to just Brutal Cathar it. Along with the Thalia attacks, that should ensure that he is basically unable to cast spells for the rest of the game. I know he has another land in hand, so he can still cast one of them. I'm not sure if a second's 1-drop. Opponent's a 3rd-rate duelist with a 4th-rate deck. I wouldn't say that. Naya Aggro is very, very good, and Weaver of Harmony is very good as well. Which is why I'm going to Brutal Cathar it as soon as I can. And we're going to take 2 from the Generous Visitor. We have the life total 2 spare, so I'm not really too worried. Adeline was a huge draw. If I didn't have to get rid of that Weaver, I definitely would have played the Adeline there over Raydan. However, like I said, this game was basically over the second it got started. He needs effectively a board wipe at this point. There's no real way to stem the tide. His lone. Oh, that's actually a good play. My bad, I forgot. I can give lifelink. Lunas Dustin's not giving any stats boost is pretty relevant, though. Right. That's actually super relevant, because now I can't play the Adeline. That is unfortunate. I'm gonna play as Raydan to just guarantee lethal in the air. Or basically guarantee lethal in the air. So the awkward thing about Raydan, I know, dude, it's like, it's in the name, Devastating Mastery. It is devastating. There's very few things, it just wipes the board, you know? The thing is, Thalia attacks in the enchantments, it's huge. He's going to make a pretty big Generous Visitor here. That was definitely going to be the target of the next Brutal Cathar. If and when I got one. I mean, it's also the lone thing he has, so yeah, it kind of has to be. Anyway, the awkward thing about Thalia, or about Adeline, as I was going to say, is if your opponent has a lifelinker, that is a lot of life they're gaining off any attack. However, Adeline making a friend. Lunar Aspirant. I think that's 10 damage. Not gonna matter. Opponent concedes. That's our first victory. We're back up to Diamond 1. I'll take it, man. I'll take it. Well, Nick, as you've been pretty active in chat, what pack do you want me to crack, man? I'm happy to get a win at least. Easy dub, yeah, man. Like, I love the Enchantments deck. I love playing that archetype. It's just, that deck gets beaten so badly by Thalia. The ability to tax any non-creature spell, it was needed for Mono White. However, it's just absolutely devastating. There's not really much they can do about it. Kamigawa? Hell yeah, I like the way you think. This is... God, Wizards have been on such a hot streak recently. You can see I haven't really played too much Kamigawa. Oh, well that is the top tier commander, isn't it? Giving each card the casting cost of 2 blue black is very, very good. For obvious reasons. I've seen some utterly silly, like turn 4 Ulamogs and all sorts of crazy stuff. So that was pretty good. Thanks for having me crack it. I'm just gonna keep going here, you know. Got a couple hours, got a long way to go. Just going for Mythic, and we'll keep on trucking. Top 1500 is the goal today. Probably not attainable, but you know, if I can get there, it'd be insane. If I can keep this, hopeful Initiate on 1 is a very good card. Kind of reminiscent of the Thraben Inspector as a 1/2 for 1. Training just to make it bigger, you know. You got Fateful Absence as removal, Guardian of the Faith to protect her stuff. Blade de Django. Basically a Sandblast, if you remember that card. That can be discounted for any legends. And it looks like we may be playing a werewolf deck again. Or not, because that's a sculptor. Well, for those of you who've been playing Modern, you know the term Bolt the Bird. It applies here just as well. Removing a card from your opponent's always nice. Hopefully it sets him off lands. When I see what he's working with this Spellbinder, basically guaranteeing he won't have a turn 3 play, and it looks like that'll be the case. Because we can knock out... I'm going to leave Ranger class because he has duplicates. I'm going to knock out Jugan Defense the Temple. This card's very, very good, and gets very, very silly very quickly, especially with Goldspan Dragons. Unfortunately, it means he can Blizzard Brawl. Oh, he can't because he doesn't have the land. Alright, that's huge. It'll also mean that his creature will die in the Blizzard Brawl. In the fight, I guess. So we get a free attack here. Initiate just gets a counter, has a 2/3. Spellbinder applies. No greater attack right there. Spellbinder to, again, knock out another key player here. And I think we're going to choose the Stormseeker. We just want to keep him as stranded in the early game as possible. It's true we can just go land, activate Ranger class, and Blizzard Brawl and get a ton of value. However, if that's doesn't really matter too much, as long as I can keep him off that mid-range. If I can be hitting, you know, mid-range spells right now, I will take it 100% of the time. And the fact that it's not a snowland is huge, considering that means it's not a fight, or it's not a bite, it's a fight. Difference between a bite and a fight. Bite is your creature deals damage, fight is your opponent creature will do damage as well. So it means that that wolf is not going to live through any fight. It also means I'm 100% okay trading my Spellbinder for the wolf as a single creature. Now, he basically wasted his entire turn. The Initiative's going to train a little bit more, coming over to 6. I'm going to play Thalia, and holding up Guard of the Faith ensures that he cannot mess with my board. I can use the Initiative to take down his Ranger class. I don't think that's worth it, though. I think losing it, even though it takes out the class doesn't do anything on its own. There are no creatures, and it looks like we get the W. I mean, that's what this deck does, you know? It's very good at disrupting early game plays with those Spellbinders. Having two of them, one after the other on 3 and 4, borderline guarantees a victory against decks that are similar aggro decks. Against control decks, being able to knock out those wipes is critical, even though they can kind of out-card draw it, so it's not relevant. It's still very nice to keep a lot of pressure on early. Gonna go for a pack here. Obviously, we've got the W. And because of those Spellbinders carrying me, I think I'm going to go with Strixhaven. You can see I'm not guessing the rares. It's not a lot of fun when, you know, everyone in chat is on a bit of a delay, so it takes a little bit, so I'm just going to go right through it. And, you know, it's not fun for me when it's just me guessing, you know? Ingenious Mastery, won the cycle. They pay 2 and a blue. You draw 3, then opponent creates 2 treasures and scries 2. It's fine. I mean, 3 mana draw 3 is huge. That's probably one of the better ones. I do like that for, especially since I play Commander. I do like that a lot. Very good politic card. you know, guaranteeing your opponent can draw. It's a good way to get someone on your side early, you know. Not at a high cost to you. Of course, ramping some competitive decks can go absolutely nuts. And that card selection is very nice as well. However, I think I've yet to play a commander game in which some player wasn't like handicapped in some way in the early couple turns, so helping that player along. Typically, they help you out if they're, you know, if they're a good guy, they'll help you out. So it looks like we got the mono white mirror for the first time in a while. Chaplain of Alms is one of the better 1-drops, especially since that disturb cost brings it back to the 2-1 flying first strike, which makes Spellbinders not so great. Spoke too soon. It is not the mirror match, it is the Selesnya. And Chaplain of Alms with Luminarch Aspirant's very, very dangerous. Especially with that ward, basically guaranteeing free attacks. And it's very difficult to deal with, even Ward 1. So we're in an attack with a Hopeful Initiate. We're not going to be able to block. I guess I could have... We're not winning this game by sitting back and doing nothing. I have to get damage in somehow. And by doing this will tempt him to do a more aggressive play. Or it won't. Cool. Alright, well the hope was he'd attack with the Aspirant, I can play Adelaide and jam for a ton. But I think the backup play is just going to be Spellbinder. Which, when your opponent's on 2 lands, is very dangerous. Can ensure that their next play comes off just a little bit weaker. Oh my god, what a hand. Right, so... I think we gotta get rid of that Adeline. Adeline is so dangerous. Raidan's annoying, but I don't have any snows in this deck. His removal's annoying, but again, it's just... He has a handful of removal, so I probably can't touch that. Can't touch the Cathar. He's gonna go right to combat, so it doesn't look like he has any, Politician Commander? You have to! You literally have to. I'm gonna use I'm gonna play the Adversary, cash that in as an Anthem. There's no way for him to remove at instant speed, guaranteed damage with the Spellbinder. And I think that may be an attack with the Initiates. It is. Alright, that's huge. There'll be toughness 4, unfortunately, but if he wants to burn a Valor stance on them, I'm all for it. He can also double block with the Chaplain of Alms and the Luminarch Aspirant. But again, it doesn't make any sense to just not Valor stance and kill the thing immediately. So I think we're in real good shape, especially with that Adversary being an Anthem, and having no good ways to kill it right now. And the Spellbinder just beating for 4 is very, very nice. So I was losing Commander, Politics Boarmate? Come on, man. It's a 4-player game. It's as much a social event as it is a competitive one. If that makes any sense whatsoever. I think I'm just playing Adeline and jamming. I mean, Adeline could go down to the Valor stance, and if so, that's awesome. It's a very good card, but I don't... Well, I'd rather lose the Hopeful Initiate, I guess. And Adeline and Adversary is a very good combo now that I think about it, so maybe I'm hopeful he takes out the Initiate. He also missed his chance to kill that Adeline before I got the token. He's going to use the Chaplain of Alms to kill it anyway, so it's not really going to matter too much. However, at this point, I think the game's snowballed enough that it's very difficult for him to come back from this. He is at 8. I mean, that's still relatively healthy, especially against a deck that doesn't have any burn. However, he's facing down Adeline, and he's facing down Spellbinder, and an Adversary. So I think we're in good shape. Y'all should join Disc? Yeah, y'all should join Discord. I don't know why you're not. I mean, I'm in the chat. Right?
Wait, can you hear me?
What's up, my dude?
You can hear me?
Yeah, I can hear you. You're a little quiet.
Oh, yeah.
So this is kind of awkward. I think I'm gonna I can't attack that Adeline, because Chaplain of Alms exists and is a 5/5. So I'm gonna activate Cave of the Frost Dragon, and I'm gonna try to force a trade with the Raidan right now, between the Spellbinder and the Cave. So if I can force a trade right now, it means that it means that I can have that cave come down, or cave can attack next turn for lethal. He can't target that currently, so I think we may just have it. He needs to play a flyer or gain a life, or kill me, and I don't think he'll be able to. Oh, but if he takes down that adversary, that's no longer a 4/4. So that's very unfortunate. Okay, well, I think we just proceed as planned. I mean, the Cave of the Frost Dragon will just keep hitting him. He has to get a flyer to deal with it. It's very difficult to deal with a land in a standard. Especially running a tricolor deck, it's very risky to run a colorless land as fielder villain. So if he can hit a removal spell, this game continues. However, doing that also made it night, so his Cathars are going to enter as Moonrage Brutes, which is relevant as they won't take down my cave. So I think this one may just be over. And having 2 creatures on the board means I can chump whenever he attacks with. I think we may just have it. Anyway, welcome to the stream, Aiden. I appreciate you joining. Adeline, just to get extra damage in, I guess. I mean, you may as well try it. Gonna block the 5/5 and the 4/4 when attacks happen. I'm taking 4 damage. He only has a green open. Don't think there's any ways he can have a removal spell for the Cave of the Frost Dragon. It's coming over, and it looks like that'll be the game.
I'll be back in a minute.
Alright, I'll be here, dude. I ain't going anywhere. Take him down with the Cave of the Frost. Provided he lets it resolve. He does. And that's the game. Alright, cool. The quest for Mythic continues. We're 4 wins away. We're in Diamond 1. I was gonna ask Aiden if he'd like to crack a pack. Another one. All I do is win. You know, people still like DJ Khaled, right? Right? You know. It's 2022. People like DJ Khaled. Am I out of touch? I think I'm out of touch. Alright, well, I was gonna let Aiden choose, but, you know, he's clearly not here right now, and I'm not waiting for him. So, I'm gonna crack... Oh man, Kamigawa's overtaken Crimson Vow as the most packs from the set, so I'm gonna crack that one. That is Aiden's choice. Aiden unlocked in Django Uprising, which is super bizarre. I don't know why this card exists. Like, it's a cool card, but in the set it makes no sense. It makes no sense for a number of reasons. First being, Boros wants to attack alone, so creating a ton of samurai make no sense. Selective History Rock, I like it. I like it a lot. However, the whole thing with samurai is you attack alone, get a ton of benefits. So I'm not sure why creating a billion samurai does anything for you. Along with that, you just gave your opponent a billion samurai. So I don't know how that helps you. Anyway, this is kind of a rough keep. It kind of feels bad to play Adversary as a 3/1 lifelinker, considering it just trades down 9 times out of 10. However, I do have that flexibility. I think I'm going to use it if that initiate was the 2/1 that had a boast ability. I definitely consider using the boast over playing the Adversary. However, a 3/1 beater with lifelink in a deck, or against what looks like a mono green aggro, which starts off very fast. It is Selesnya. I lied. I still like this play. Especially with Elite Spellbinders, it just means he's going to take a ton of damage very, very quickly. Van Helsing's Holy Ward, aka Circle of Containment, to exile a creature. Choosing the Initiate is a weird choice. It ensures I can't get rid of it in the future. However, it just means he's taking more damage very, very soon. And Spellbinder's hopefully going to disrupt his next play. It looks like it will. I'm going to take out Wedding Announcement. This will keep him off his game plan for right now. I could have played the tap Temple of the Frost, but I think it's a horrible idea for currently. Spirited Companion drawing a card. Very nice addition to an already solid deck archetype. Spellbinder again, just to see what he's working with, and probably get rid of the Hallowed Haunting. Easily one of their win cons. Weaver of Harmony is dangerous, but Hallowed Haunting is the thing that's going to get you very quickly. And with that, we've made him effectively discard 2 cards. Spellbinder is just such a brutal, brutal play. There's not really much he can do. I mean, short of having a counterspell, that tax is very difficult to overcome, especially in the early game when you're taking 6 damage from flyers, about to be 8 from an adversary. Matilda's a good play in an attempt to stem the bleeding. I'm just gonna kill it with the absence. Oh, that was a nice draw with Thalia too. So by killing the Catilda, he can disturb it and give something else. +1/+1. Effectively, all that glitters or ethereal armor. For those of you who know that card. I'd rather not cash in the adversary's lifeline just yet, because it looks like I'm going to cast the next one next turn. As you saw in the previous match, Thalia does work against these enchantment decks. That tax is absolutely brutal. Weaver of Harmony, another one of the solid enchantment creatures from Kamigawa, single-handedly reviving Selesnya aggro. Not going to be enough in this game, unfortunately, for him. That'll be the game. We're hitting our stride here. I think that's what, 4-game win streak after losing the first 2. Very, very nice. I mean, yeah, there's not really much more to say about that one. Thalia and the Spellbinders are carrying. Those cards are very dangerous. They have to be dealt with. At least the Thalia has to be dealt with immediately. Even if you kill the Spellbinder, that tax remains. Getting information is also critical. Overall, it's just a very good card. So, thank you, Paulo Vito Domino Rosa. I really appreciate that, dude. It is my choice now. I'd like to go for another Strix, even though I just did that, because, again, Spellbinders are huge. However, Thalia also did a ton of work. I believe Thalia is from Crimson Veil, so we're going to crack Crimson Veil. Oh, excuse me. And again, since it's just me, I'm not even going to guess. Sundown Passes are rare. I mean, gotta love rare lands. It still feels... It doesn't feel as bad as when I first started playing to get a rare now. However, it's also like, well, it feels a little bad, you know. I'm trying to hit something big from Crimson Veil, a set known for huge rares and, you know, Toxavril and Dread Feast Demon and all these really cool vampires, and it's just, yeah, here's a land. I mean, I can't really force myself to have good luck. There's not really a thing for that. But I will say, getting a rare land does not suck. I know that's that's not really a news flash by any stretch of the imagination. However, I got a yesterday I won my Pauper event. Yeah, I went 3-0-1. No one else did any better, so I got number 1. We'll take the damage. No real reason to block that Generous Visitor. There's a reason to kill it immediately, though. The Generous Visitor is whenever you cast an enchantment, so I'm gonna have to kill that now. It sucks considering this is my lone removal spell. It also sucks that it wasn't on the play. Being on the play and just forcing him to respond to what I'm doing it's huge, especially for an aggro v aggro matchup. But there's not really much I can do about that. Oof, Jukai Naturalist discounting enchantments is absolutely brutal right now. Again, not really much I can say. That card's insane. A bear that has a lifelink and makes enchantments cost less. It's very good. Oh, we gotta get rid of that Runeforge. I know he has other cards. I know he can't play that Runeforge right now, but with Runeforge, you churn through your deck so quickly. It's just not even worth it to even give him a chance. And I'm shocked he didn't play that Generous Visitor first. Playing the Spirited Companion without it does not make a lot of sense. Yeah, he still draws a card. It's still a 1-white 1/1 with that ability, but not playing Generous Visitor means he misses out on a counter. That could be big in the long run, especially with a deck that can grow as quickly as his. So we'll see. That could mean I can block it at any point. I do like attacking with the Initiate. Guarantees at least a chump, because I don't think those Spirit Companions are doing him much good on the ground. He is primed to go off with those 2 runes in his hand, even though he has no red source. At least currently. Cool, alright, well. We're in some rough shape. That Generous Visitor is going to suit up that Naturalist, it looks like. Probably one of the better cards to do so, given lifelink and all, is very nice. And I think my only hope is to kind of outgrow him with the Thalia, but Runa Might basically puts an end to that plan before it even begins. So I know I said I have a good match against this style of deck, however I don't have the Thalia, which is looking to be a very critical part. I can still draw a removal spell for that Naturalist, and the deck kind of falls apart. Kind of, but not really. Okay, so we drew Thalia. However, I can't play Adeline and Thalia, so I think I'm going to have to just Adeline and Initiate. Which isn't as great, and I'm still taking a ton. If I Adeline, I make another couple friends, so I think that's probably the route we take. And Adeline has a chance to at least trade and mitigate a ton of that damage. So I'm going to play the Adeline free combat to get the 1/1. Attacking with both the Spellbinder and the Initiate, he's unable to block both effectively. And leaving the adversary back ensures that he can't get in with those Spirited Companions unless he wants to put a counter on him. It doesn't look like that's going to be the case. So Adeline at 5 toughness is going to block enough damage to be relevant from that Naturalist. Naturalist is also 7/6, so I think I can take it down with the Adeline and the Initiate. It's gonna be close. Don't really like doing that, but it is what it is. He's doing this on 3 lands, so maybe if I Thalia, though, I wouldn't play the Adeline, then I'd just take it borderline lethal, if not lethal, from that Naturalist. So I don't think there's too much merit in playing her, unfortunately. It means there's a real good chance he just combos off, draws a billion cards, and makes that thing huge, but I do believe Adeline gives me the highest chance of winning. And also, it may... Oh, well, we just die here, I guess. Mishiko's Reign of Truth. Target creature gets +1/+1 for each artifact or enchantment. He has a lot. That thing's gonna get at least 5/5. 14 damage. I can block maybe enough to be relevant, enough to live, but he gains 14 life. Luna Might gives Trample. Another +1/+1, so 16, 15. He's going to 32 life. Even on my best day, this deck can't do that much in one shot. And I have to double block with both Adeline and the adversary. And the Initiate. Because that's only 9. That is not enough to kill. I think I gotta lose both of those to ensure I don't die. Which is really unfortunate. I go to 2. He gains 16. If I can get a... Well, Thalia's not it. Hang on a second. Cancel that order. I have an idea. I think it means I just may survive. Trying to think of the best way to do this. I think I want to wait, to be honest. I'm just going to attack with the Spellbinder. Because the Initiate can destroy an enchantment. And the Naturalist is an enchantment. That's a big boy. Yeah, it is, dude. That's not even the biggest I've seen, too. Oh, that's going to be out of context. Cool. Alright, well. Cool. So the plan is, the Initiate can remove 2 counters from a creature you control, 2+1/+1 counters, to destroy an enchantment. The Jukai Naturalist is an enchantment. So if he goes to load that thing up again, I activate the Initiate and just blow it up. So that is the current plan. And I think I'm just going to do this now. He's tapped out, there's nothing he can do about this. That Naturalist is going down. I'll remove 2 counters from the Initiate. You could argue it's smarter to do things instant speed. I'd argue he could be running Tamiyo's Safekeeping, and if he does that, I just die. So I think this gives me the highest chance to win. And Chico's Reign of Truth will give something +2/+2. At this moment, that's a lot, however I do have a human to chump. If he gives Trample and Lifelink, I just stick the Initiate, the human, and the adversary in front. It is not great, it is not ideal, in all honesty, but it's the only thing I can do right now. He's got a second Naturalist, which might just be the game. We will find out. Economy of Transience, having Trample is also huge. He's not attacking, which is very nice at this moment. Gives me a little reprieve here to try to figure out my game plan, see if there's a way I can get out of this. I think the plan is going to be Thalia and move it on Gasper. You could argue I should have played the Adeline, and you may be right. However, I think the best way to do this is to try to get this Initiate back up to the point where I can kill again. So I think attacking with it, making it a 4/5 is the right call. If he wants to trade 2 creatures for it, I am 100% okay with that. It looks like that's what he'll do. The Economy of Transience is a very dangerous card. It's the fact I get that thing out of the way right now. It's very good. Chico's Reign of Truth is also pretty relevant, getting +1/+1 for each artifact and or enchantment you control. Opponent's Seething. I don't know. You definitely want to take down that Initiate. I will argue that that was the smart play. The thing is, Thalia basically negates the game plan right now of Runeforged Champ, Jukai Naturalist, runes are free, combo off for infinity. And grabbing that Runemite was the wrong choice, I think. Oh no, because it costs 1 green less, so it can still cast it. Alright. Never mind, I'm blind. Making it a 4/4 Naturalist is also pretty good. Okay. So, I'm gonna block with the Thalia and with the human. This will ensure his Naturalist goes down. He'll get the copy back, which sucks, but there's not really much to do about that. I have to kill this thing. I can't take any damage. It also gets rid of a lifelinker, which is potentially relevant. And drawing that land for the Adeline and the Thalia combo is very nice indeed. Okay. I'm gonna put the counter on the lifelinking adversary. This will hopefully ensure that in the case of an attack with all, I will at least be at 7. I may lose the adversary, but it's just something I have to do. Gaining 16 life was absolutely huge early game. There's not really too much I can do right now. I just gotta try to beat him down with that Spellbinder. So the cool thing with the Runeforged Champ is you may pay 1, so that doesn't stack. It doesn't say runes cost 1 less, it's just you may pay 1. Going for the Trample one makes a ton of sense. Jukai Naturalist makes a ton of sense. We just gotta hope to just survive right now and just maybe draw into, you know, one of the 4 removal spells we have. We still have a decent amount of... That's still not gonna help. Okay. So he's going to combo off. I know that. There's very little I can do here. Unfortunately, I think I'm gonna have to hold everything back. It sucks. As an aggro deck, there's nothing I hate more than just saying, well, shit, I can't attack. However, I will have a 4/5 here, the Fresh Dragon, and a 6/4 Lifelink here. I have a 6/5 Adeline, which will be a 7/5. I have a 3/2 First Striker. So at the very least, I think I will live to see another untap step. How much creatures I'll have compared to his, that's an entirely different story. And especially with the Runamite, the runes draw your cards, so we'll see. Anything can go wrong here. He may be seething, but he's also at 24 life, and I'm at 2. That's 12 times my life total. I have a long way to go to get back in this thing, and even though I am at 8, his creatures grow very big very quickly, and multiple counters are thrown around with just one enchantment. Add to the fact that it's a 6/5 Trampler, and it's not looking good for your boy right now. And if he got another rune, that is real bad news for me. And he did. Alright, well. I think that's the game, unfortunately. I think I just ate my words when saying, yeah man, this deck eats the runes deck. So I'm trying to... I know I want to keep that Spellbinder around. I think that's probably critical. However, I think I just gotta all block this thing. I mean, I'm gonna have to lose the adversary, I think. There's not really any way I can get around that. The Runeforge champ is an 8/8. I only have 2 life. And it's gonna be a lot bigger, so this is... That Michiko's Reign of Truth is game ending, unfortunately. Well, there's our win streak, and there goes me talking crap about that deck. You can see how resilient it is. I mean, almost every one of those cards either draws you a card, gets you another one, ensures that you just keep getting more gas. I mean, it's very difficult to deal with. If I had Thalia earlier, you've seen how it goes. You've seen it work well for me in the past, but unfortunately that was not the case here. Give me just a second. I'm going to grab a drink before my next game, so I will be right back. Alright, cool. Looks like I'm back just in time. I'm gonna keep this aggressive Usher of the Fallen. It's very nice. Jace the Mind Sculptor avatar. This thing could only be found in the Arena Decathlon. So it means he's... Yeah, Jace the Mind Sculptor avatar. You can only get it in the Arena Decathlon, in which you must have won at least 5 wins in 3 different events in order to get it. And then you must have won another 7 in a final event without losing twice. It's very difficult to get. I mean, you can just spam gold, spam money at this thing, and, you know, it's all good, but... Oh, Reinforced Rana in the play. I like this card a lot. Unfortunately, I just had, you know, the answer to it in Usher the Fallen's token. Rana's not great when playing against the Usher. I don't think... It's effectively like a dash cost, but it's a forced dash. I'm gonna get rid of Meat Hook Massacre. That's... I mean, I know he has no Black Source. I know that's a long way off. I think this game's gonna go long enough, especially with what he's got going on for him, that's probably... Oh, hang on. Sorry, I forgot to silence my phone. Got a random spam call. I apologize for that.
Okay, then.
Still no Black Source for an opponent. Hey Aiden, welcome back to the live stream.
I've been here, I'm just playing GTA.
Fair. I'm gonna lead with the Intrepid Adversary. Doesn't look like he has any removal currently. Sorry, that's a Haunted Ridge. I can't read apparently. So he does have removal. He can get rid of that Adversary. It's just not easy, I think. Sorry, all these lands are The alternate art makes it a little difficult. The black kind of blends in. Iris Beetle is a forced discard, so see a Fateful Absence. Doesn't look like he has a lot of... Oh, he's gonna concede. Alright, cool. I'll take it. I'm in. Wins a win. So Aiden, have you seen any Kamigawa recently? Or any of the new cards from Kamigawa?
I haven't really looked at Kamigawa in a while.
Alright. You playing any new commander decks recently? Or is it you still rocking the Tesa, the Tatiova?
I built Kyler like a few months ago.
Kaikar?
What?
Was it did you say Kaikar or Kyler?
Kyler.
Kyler. Not heard of that one.
The humans guy, yeah.
Ah, humans, right. Never mind, I remember. How's that work?
That's pretty cool. Oh my god, my throat hurts. One sec.
Okay. Great. Oh, dropped something. Hang on 1 second.
Yeah, it's busted if you can like get it going.
Of course, a lot of decks are very good with Snowball, and I think a lot of tribal decks are in that vein. Because I did get
like
the
Elf Ball, but like more tall with counters and stuff. Like,
yeah, I imagine.
It's both tall and wide. That's why I like it so much.
Yeah, it's very difficult to deal with that. I imagine that plays similar to my Merfolk deck, kind of. Like, not the, counterspell stuff. And mine's a little more non-creature based than I assume a human's deck would. But being able to put a ton of counters on something, make, what was a 1-1 suddenly a 40-40 very, very quickly is very dangerous. Alright, let me get back into it. Quest for Mythic continues. It's a shame Asika's just better. I mean, you're not running Asika though, it's the Prismatic Bridge. Why would you even claim you're running Asika? There's no... You don't run it for the Asika side. Anyway, that was a rough opening 7. If that was not a Django, probably would have kept it. 2 lands and a lot of gas would have been huge, but technically a 1-lander because a Django is legendary. One of the few legendary lands to be printed. Looks like we're playing the Mono White Mirror. Hopeful Initiate just gets eaten by Thalia currently, though I can't imagine a Luminarch Aspirant isn't too far behind on that front. Thalia is kind of awkward, especially since we have Fateful Absence in hand. We'll ensure that he plays a Luminarch Aspirant, and that thing's gonna stick. Adversary's actually kind of awkward for him. Just gets eaten by the Thalia. So currently I think we just have to pass. If he wants to attack, I kill his Initiate, which is good and a bad thing. Okay, I'm just gonna kill his adversary now. We'll both trade Fateful Absences across the board. And the Initiate is left as the lone creature standing. I'm gonna forego the adversary just to get rid of his hand, attempt to disrupt any upcoming plays. Don't really want to have to deal with a Spellbinder. Especially when you're on 2 cards, that Spellbinder is absolutely devastating. Yeah, that's true. I understand how the card works. However, you're playing it for Asika, or not for Asika, the Prismatic Bridge. Because if you tell anyone, yeah man, I'm running Asika, everyone looks at you like you're dumb. If you tell everyone, yeah man, I'm running the Prismatic Bridge, everyone's like, oh no shit, I can't be the only one who thinks that way. Anyway, I'm gonna hold a Django here, just to ensure that we get a removal spell for the Wanderer, which I assume is either, if not coming down now, or not Django, Fateful Absence is for the Wanderer. Django is just a removal spell for that Adeline, which is a massive headache. And unfortunately means I cannot block, because if I do, he just gives that creature first strike. So it is 100% not worth it to attempt to kill anything right now. Well, that Plains was a nice draw, unfortunately. I think we're going to see a Wanderer played here, just to kill my Spellbinder. Because it feels real bad if you're holding up mana for absolutely zero reason, right? No? Alright, nothing from our opponent. There's the Wanderer. Wanderer's going to hit the field. I assume it's... He can always activate in response to the Fateful Absence, which is unfortunate. So I think our Spellbinder's going to go down here. That may have affected how he plays, but it's fine, we'll get through it.
See you later.
He didn't activate the Wanderer? That's actually huge. Wanderer's a very strong card, so the fact that he didn't do anything about it is... Or do anything with it, I should say, is very nice. That Luminarch Aspirant's huge, though. If he puts a counter on Adeline, I'm in real bad shape. Because it means I can't kill it with his Django. But he isn't. He's putting it on the random human. Which is probably going to bail me out here. Because I can channel to kill Adeline. I'll take 5, 6, but I'll gain 4. So I'm only taking 2 from that attack. Cave of the Frost is probably the worst card we could have drawn, unfortunately. That's just the thing I have done. Alright, fine. I didn't mean to insult you there. Just trying to make a point. Come on! Well, I'm gonna have to just pass turn. I'm in real bad shape. Hitting that Cave of the Frost was probably, like I said, the worst card I could have drawn. Like, no exaggeration. Tapped land did nothing there. And then hitting Legion Angel off that was just brutal. Don't have the mana to cast it, and again, the tapped land does not do anything for us. Does not do us any favors. This one may be headed for another loss. Spellbinder's gonna get rid of the Legion Angel. I can just recast it for 6. However, it's gonna stint me a little bit. Thalia having first strike's very annoying. However, I'm gonna take down his Initiate here. I'm gonna take 5 and go to 2. It means he can't kill me unless he all attacks, and that Luminarch Aspirant's gonna not do any good for me. Alright. Maybe we got a chance. We can chain Legion Angels together. I know that adversary's probably gonna die here. I know I'm probably gonna die here, so you have to spend the counter on human. Nice choice. I have to block a human, and I think I have to block that Cave of the Frost. I'll take... I think this is lethal. Oh, that's just first strike lethal. My bad. That is annoying. A bit of a flood there, unfortunately. Not really much I could have done. Especially with that awkward 7. I could not justify keeping that. Especially on one land, one of them's dead anyway, you know? It is what it is, unfortunately. We got another hour till the stream ends, so I gotta hit Mythic. I gotta go on a tear here. I just need 3 wins without a loss, right? We've done that before. Alright. I mean, it's not looking great, but we do have a chance. 3 wins in an hour is not unheard of, especially in best of 1. I keep it because Luminarch Aspirant is very, very good. We want to play, so that at least means he's going to be responding to us. No 1-drops makes things a little bit awkward. However, at least the Cave of the Frosts do not enter taps. And it looks like we're playing the Enchantments build. This deck takes a little bit to get going. Hopefully that Spellbinder will disrupt it enough that we can hopefully get through. I mean, the Emperor should be a good... The Emperor as a removal spell is very nice. At the very least, we can kind of leverage that in our favor, especially against a deck that tends to be a build 1 creature up type thing. Kano's safe to keep and give something hexproof and destructible, it's not going to matter too much. I'm gonna take out Restoration of Rajanga, because that's probably the more dangerous card you can play at this current moment. I'm just gonna pass turn. Currently, the goal is going to be to load up this Spellbinder and send that thing flying, because this deck does not have a lot of flyers. I do like knocking out the Restoration of Rajanga. I think that was probably the best thing to take out, ensures he's playing a turn behind. I will also do the same by choosing to play Adeline over the Wanderer. Maybe not the smartest play. We'll see if that comes back to bite me. I don't imagine it will, but we'll find out, I guess. He's gonna play Showdown with Scalds next turn. Easily one of the best sagas from Kaldheim. Drawing you 4 cards, very, very nice. Jukai Naturalist, all that's straight gas. Oh, that is unfortunate. Alright, well, I think we're still on a planned Spellbinder. Now that I have the Wanderer, I'm just gonna hold up mana 4. It'll ensure that if he attacks, he's screwed. I mean, the Wanderer being an instant speed removal spell that sticks around is absolutely brutal. And it looks like his plan is going to be Shadow of Skulls and just potentially combo off. I don't see a Runeforge Champ in his hand, which is relevant. It means that those runes are going to be cast for the mana cost. And it doesn't look like he has it, considering he's going for bonus speed on the Jukai Naturalist. So we're going to have a choice here. I think the right choice is going to be to exile that Jukai Naturalist on attacks. The life gain is very relevant. I mean, we're going to take a hit off the Generous Visitor, unfortunately, but I don't think that matters too much. We're not taking a hit off the Generous Visitor. It is not attacking. The Wanderer can come down and exile that Naturalist. Really,
I'm not overconfident.
real good shape. He runs Tamio Safekeeping, though, so clearly that's not going to do anything. I do believe I had to make that play, though. He's going to go to 10, but I think we just kill him on the crackback? Question mark. No blocks, we take 5. He goes to 12. But I think we may just have him here. Tap Key of the Frost. Moving our gas sprint, we're at +1. To put a counter on the Spellbinder. Another counter on the Spellbinder. Another counter on the Spellbinder. If we jam with all, he blocks Adeline, takes 11, 12 exactly. Provided there's no combat tricks. He must block Adeline. He takes 9, 10, 11 from the Lunar gas sprint, 12 from the human. That's lethal exactly, getting back in the W column. I'm not leaving until you hit Mythic. It better happen. I agree with you, Nick. I agree with you. Unfortunately, I have to do college work today, so you may be stuck watching old live streams for a long time. You know, I thought this was attainable too, right? Like, I was, you know, Diamond 1, playing a mono white deck that's just gonna hard everything at you as fast as possible. So I had a good feeling this would happen, but yeah, that one game went a little long and it ended in a loss. We've had some ups and downs here against the same tricolor aggro deck in the Runes decks, which has been a little awkward. We've gotten some close wins, but they've gone a little bit long, longer than I've anticipated. I've become famous by come on, really, dude? Hang on, give me just a second. I gotta block this guy. Oh, you banned him? Excellent. Thank you, Nick. I appreciate it. Man, I saw the first time viewer, got my hopes up. Oh, hang on. Alright, so This is awkward. My opponent's playing Evolving Wild, so he's playing a turn behind anyway. And I just need a land in order to play all of my bombs. So this is gonna be a great game, I can already tell. Alright, well if I had to guess, very few decks run Evolving Wilds. So we're either going to be memed on with a 5-color Shrines deck, or we're going to get milled to death because it's going to be either mono blue or is it combo off the Tasha's Hideous Laughter. And we still haven't gotten to really land. And we only have been drawing our 3 drops. This is perfect. I'm just going to guess this is all 3 drops in the deck. I mean, Luminarch Aspirant is a nice draw, at least. Gives me stuff to do. Makes, at least my, you know, makes the Initiate a little bit stronger. I just got unsummoned. I'm confused why he's playing unsummoned, honestly. Unsummoned's kind of awkward, especially when there's a much better card at uncommon in Fading Hope, so it's kind of an awkward play from him. That combined with the Evolving Wilds is kind of awkward. Hey, finally got the land. I'm gonna just slam Spellbinder. I am genuinely curious to see what he's working with. It's gonna resolve, its ability's gonna resolve. It's Tasha's combo. Alright, excellent. I'm just gonna try to knock out Tasha's Hideous Laughter. I think that's probably the best hit so far. Just get rid of that while I can. Tasha's Hideous Laughter hits on average between 10 to 15 cards. With this deck, it's going to hit a lot more. I can guarantee you that. This deck is very low to the ground, and it appears I have all of my 3 drops. So I don't think we're gonna... If he Tasha's, I think that's going to be easily 30 with the combo. So the plan is, I gotta kill him quick, and I gotta slam this Adeline. And then if I can get a land, the next play is to just slam Valkyria and give me Ward. So if I have Ward, that'll be huge. It'll make sure that he's an additional couple mana to target me with the combo. I don't think I'm gonna get a chance. Don't think I'll live to... Because this combo is coming down very soon. I mean, Dual Strike costs 1 red Foretold. Tasha's costs 1 double blue. We're gonna see like half the deck gone in just a second here. Just gonna get 3 copies of Galvanic as well being played. Tasha's may just be game over. We're about to find out. First one hit 14. Second one hits, I can't math, I think that was like 20 something, and the final hits the remainder. That's the game. It sucks that I was massacred. That was, that shouldn't have been a keep. I got greedy. To be fair, I didn't think I'd draw literally 6 3 drops in a row, but I will admit that was a stupid keep. And be willing to bet, you know, 1 more land was just 1 turn away, you know? That's how it goes. Last, we gotta continue. No, there's... Damn, rolled and smoked. Yeah, you're not wrong there, Nick. It's unfortunate that that's the case, but... You know, you just gotta shrug it off, man. It's magic. Sometimes you get lucky, sometimes you don't. That's... Variance isn't magic if you ain't getting mana screwed. I wouldn't say that. I'd say, yeah, probably true, but... I don't learn from my mistakes, it appears. I don't learn from my mistakes. My opponent's rocking the Germany sleeves. I don't know if he's from Germany or if he's just really likes Germany a lot. Don't know if there's... Alright. So, being on the play. Django. Oh, Thalia. Alright. I'm gonna lead with the Aspirant. I know it reps a little less damage. I know Thalia is probably probably the card to play. However, getting that Aspirant down early, it's very critical. Not getting the land. That also may prove to be the downfall. We're about to find out. So our opponent's Thalia doesn't do anything. We have no non-creature spells in our hand. Brutal Cathar is living up to its name. It's absolutely brutal on this board. Losing our Aspirant is very, very bad for us right now. I think we just take the 2 from the Adeline currently. Another 3-drop. Man, what the heck? And it's night now. That's really bad. That Moonrage Brute is a 3/3 first striker. So this deck is very interesting. This is a 3-color deck. It's primarily mono white. It splashes green, it splashes red for 1 card. Hana and Elena, the partners. It makes sense. The card's very good, very dangerous. We finally got our land. That is... oh, that may just be a little too late, unfortunately. We gotta hope he makes it day. But then his Moonrage triggers before mine. Or mine will... no, his will trigger before mine. I can target his before he can. I think that's how it works. Of course, it'll all mean nothing if mine doesn't survive, so... just gotta see if we can get there. Maybe I should start learning. Yes, maybe I should, Rock. I should. However, I get greedy way too often. And there's Hana and Elena partners. Yep, 3 counters. And I take 12. Awesome. Yeah, this game's over. It's not even worth it. That was... yeah, that was too bad. Ones in a row. Again, I don't know, man. The deck is primarily 2-drops, so I'm honestly a little annoyed that this is happening. That was definitely a greedy keep, so I agree that obviously there's variance in Magic, so I really shouldn't have kept that one. Game would have been a lot closer if I could get my lands. That is 100% a fact. Unfortunately, we may not make Mythic based on those 2 stupid mistakes that I made in keeping, so we'll see. I mean, just gotta make smart gameplay choices. That's what it boils down to. And I think this is a very good keep. Opal Initiates and Thalias plus Raydan is as good a 7 as you can hope for. Not having a Moonmark Aspirant or any removal is kind of awkward, especially against this goddamn Naya deck that we keep running into. However, Thalia is very dangerous against it. And Raydan, God the Worthy, is very dangerous against it as well. Taxing... because Thalia and Raydan, if Thalia makes the card a 3-drop, 4-drop, suddenly Raydan taxes it as well. So it's absolutely brutal in conjunction. Unfortunately, Circle of Confinement will knock out our Thalia. And it's a Slam Runamite as a 1-drop. Which is very annoying indeed. Gonna play Raydan. Without the Thalia on board, that's very unfortunate. I really don't think we're gonna win this game. He's had basically the best art you possibly could. Restoration of Django is a 2-drop now. Searching for a land, and you can also discard a 2-drop and get into play basically for free. Ruin of Sustenance, just drawing him a card, not really doing too much on Jukai Naturalist. Without the Generous Visitor, there it is, so. I'm gonna go for Intrepid Adversary. I should probably have held up the Django. We'll find out that's gonna bite me very, very soon. And it, in all honesty, probably will. Though I don't think I'd be able to kill the Jukai Naturalist anyway without attempting to just block it with all my creatures. Anyway, he's using the Restoration of Django as a way to get free land drop. Counter Transients. Whenever you play an enchantment, put a counter on it. Along with that, it has Trample, because of course it does. And it basically never dies. I'm going to take the 3 damage. Don't think it's worth it blocking, especially with 3 down. Don't really see a reason to. And there's the Django that he's holding on to. So my choice was the right one, it appears. Or it appears my choice was the right one. I'm gonna just attack back with Radan Hopeful Initiate. There's really no reason to send Intrepid Adversary in. Card's very good, but not to be traded this easily. Holding up Restoration of Rajan itself, while his Resto transforms into a 2/4. There's Showdown on the Scalds. Gotta draw 4 cards. He can play only one, but it's Mishiku's Radiant Truth, or the Restoration of Django. Both of them are dangerous. This is looking like a loss. The amount of card draw he has access to is absolutely insane. I gotta take down that Kami of Transients, I think, before it gets too big. I also gotta take down the Jukai Naturalist. So I think what I'm gonna do is I'm gonna declare no blocks, I'm gonna take the 5, I'm gonna use a Django to take down Kami. I take 5, and it's 5 lifelink, which is very dangerous. That's crap, we may just lose. I think we just lost this game. Actually, I have an idea. It may not work. We have to attack with the adversary, and we have to attack with Hopeful Initiate. That way, our Initiate gets a couple counters. It's a very good trade for him. He's going to get a 1/1. However, it means we can destroy his Jukai Naturalist, which is how we're going to win this game. He had a creature hit the bin, so unfortunately the Kami will be returned. Ah, crap. I meant to... Whatever. I meant to do that on Zen step, but we'll just do that now. Move 2 counters from our Initiate. We'll take down the Jukai Naturalist, hopefully with nothing else happening. Oh, thank God. Alright. Jukai Naturalist goes down, but he can return it to the field tapped from the Restoration of Django. May not matter too much. The thing is, at the very least, it's tapped, and we can kind of cycle between Initiates in an effort to blow that thing up at some point. Another Showdown that's very dangerous, probably going to be the game ender right there. However, that Generous Visitor does not have Trample just yet. And he completely bricked off the... maybe not bricked. That Generous Visitor is very nice. We gotta chump it, unfortunately. I think we gotta use that Usher for it. This deck is very difficult to stop once it snowballs. And I don't have the mana... Actually, I do. Alright. However, I can't really do too much against Kami. Kami gets a free kill on Initiate, which is unfortunate. And I gotta use it to blow up his Jukai. So losing the Hopeful Initiate is very unfortunate, especially for almost no value. Especially since the Kami has Trample, the fact that he just has so much... Why do I have to stop on his upkeep again? Anyway, especially since the Kami has Trample, the game's basically over. Runeforged Champ means he has effectively free spells, and, you know, that's the game right there. We're on a bad losing streak, unfortunately. We gotta turn this around real quick. The hope of hitting Mythic in a couple hours is dwindling, unfortunately. we started off hot, you know? After those first couple losses, we went on a 4 or 5 game winning streak. Unfortunately, we haven't been able to turn it around. But, we just need to hit removal, you know? Not hitting any removal has been killer. Yeah, I still have hope too, Nick. Unfortunately, someone played 1 blue, Fading Hope. It's been the name of the stream so far. This is a very good aggressive hand, you know, Usher the Fallen, Hopeful Initiate, Spellbinder. So the hope goes that I'll be able to take him down quickly. Unfortunately, he's playing what looks like the Warlock class combo. So Warlock class, when activated, can hit you for, well, will hit you for half your life total. Provided you play the other half of, basically destroy or down the opponent for half their life total. I forget what card that is. I know that's a combo, I know that sounds nuts. You gotta trust me, it exists. Right. I wanna say it's a Sky, it's from it's like Skyclave Core or something weird from Zendikar. So I got Warlock class pulled up right here. 1 black, beginning of end step, creature died, each opponent loses 1 life. 1 to black. This class becomes level 2. Flip top 3, put 1 to your hand, rest in your bin. 7 drop, beginning of end step, each opponent loses life, equal life, they lost this turn. Oni Colt Anvil. So this is going to be like the Rakdos combo. That was a huge draw, that land. It ensures I can hit that spell. Ensure I can hit the adversary on curve. And that initiate's actually going to be very good for destroying that Anvil before it can get too strong. Anvil's one of the better ones, one of the better uncommons to come out of Kamigawa. Read that thing off in just a minute. I'm going to need to knock out that experimental synthesizer, I think. I just gotta prevent him from drawing more cards. He can play the Harvester all he wants. It's a very strong card, but it's going to trade for that Usher, I believe. Sacking it to create a 1/1, and ding it for 1. It's annoying, but it's fine. Take Surge to take down the Spellbinder. Hits me for a little extra. I'm gonna go for the Intrepid Adversary. I think I just gotta get this thing down. I gotta pose a relatively large threat to him. Rumbling for 6 is a lot of damage right now. He'll take him down to 11. I have to try to race him. There's not really too much I can do. The Oni Colt Anvil is a very strong card. In fact, you can just create a ton of constructs and use those constructs as fuel for the Anvil to gain life, to trigger those Warlock classes. It's a very strong card that I'm surprised. Honestly, I'm surprised to see that it got through and was printed, because as far as single card combos go, this thing's very good. You know, sack a creature, create a creature, drain 1 is very strong. Go to combat, just attack for 6 again. I'm gonna go for the Legion Angel and just attempt to race him in air. There's not really too much I can do. He's got another artifact to sacrifice to the Anvil. The Anvil will create another 1/1, so he's got a Chump Blocker. However, none of his stuff flies, so hopefully we just go over him. And Legion Angel is hopefully just gonna power me through to the late game. He's doing this off 3 lands. I'd imagine a deck like this, where 90% of the spells are 1-drops. I'd imagine a deck like this is running, you know, bare minimum, like 16 lands type deck. I could never quite bring myself to do that. You know, I run a Heroic deck, which is in Pauper, which is supposed to be a 17 lander, but it's just I can't bring myself to run a limited deck, you know? Like, or to run effectively a limited deck. It just doesn't really do it for me, you know? I understand I may be sacrificing some optimization in order to do that. It's just Just doesn't... I don't know. Something wrong about it, to me anyway. Another Blood-Tithe Harvester. Means a... Gonna have to make a tough attack here. I think I gotta send in the adversary. I gotta gain some life. I think... Actually, I have a better idea. I'll attack with the Usher, the Initiate, and the Legion Ranger. I'll put a counter on the Hopeful Initiate. The Initiate can take down the Oni Cult Anvil, and his whole 2-card combo is effectively done for at that point. Along with that, the Usher is going to leave behind a relatively big friend. So we'll take down the Oni Cult. Remove 2 counters from the Initiate. That goes down. Create a 2/2. I think that may just have been the turning point of this game. Losing that Oni Cult Anvil's absolutely huge. That card's very, very strong. He has a second one. Of course he does. But I don't think it's gonna matter too much. He can sacrifice the Blood-Tithe Harvester. Oh, he's not gonna be able to kill my Legion Ranger now, so take 5. He's a hasty 3/3, but that's not gonna matter too much, I don't think. Yep, we got it. Alright, cool. Alright, I gotta prove this. I gotta make sure your faith in me isn't misplaced, Nicholas. I need to get this W for you, buddy. And I only have 20 minutes to do it. Oh no. I don't think I can get done 4 games in 20 minutes. Alright, maybe. Maybe the hope's a little misfounded. Oh no. I'm just gonna crack the packs at the end. I think there's still a chance, however slim it is. Just a little bit over, it's fine. Yeah, you say that, but I still have college work I have to get done. I can't... I love playing this game, but I have to... I would like to, you know, I'd give anything to just drop out of college and do this full time. Unfortunately, that's just not viable right now. I have to focus on my college work or else, you know, I'll be unable. Stream is then until Mythic, college is important.
Or you could just get like 3 minimum wage jobs that are all 40 hours a week and then pay for your living now.
Yeah, you say that, but I just don't think that's smart, unfortunately. Oh my god, Happy Chef just hard counters my Usher, but it's fine, I got the land. So I didn't learn from my mistakes, and I paid off. What do you think of that, Nick? I'm just gonna big stream. I'm trying to. What do you think I'm trying to do by doing this? You know, like... I always get annoyed when streamers can talk about money on stream. I think that's kind of... I think it's a little taboo, but, you know... At this point, I'm working borderline full-time. I'm working at least 20 hours a week on the regular. So it's not like I'm also a full-time student as well, so I can only stream for a couple hours when I get time. It's unfortunate, that's how it is. It's... Oof, alright. I think I'm gonna want to get rid of Infernal Grasp here and just keep the pressure on. There's really nothing else I can do right now against this guy. First step is on streams? Yeah, when I get a chance, I will, I promise. However, there's not really much I can do right now. This is the longest it's gonna be, unfortunately. Gonna attack. I know he's just gonna block and kill the Thalia. Or if he really doesn't want to take damage, kills the Spellbinder. However, I just gotta get this thing out of the way. And especially since I have a, first off, a backup Thalia in hand. But also having Raydan basically taking the place of taxing. This guy's not gonna be able to play spells until turn 6 at the earliest. And his Snow's Enter tapped, which is just an additional, you know, bit of an FU from Raydan to your opponent. Rumbling for 5. At this point, it's basically all academic. The ally is going to come down and ensure the tax is just a little bit more. Holding on to the Brutal Cathar. just in case. Just in case he plays something and can somehow get out of this. Don't anticipate that to be the case. I will tax his hand a little bit more just to ensure that there's nothing he can do. Every non-creature spell costs 1 more, and every non-creature spell with a CMC 4, or with CMC 3 at this point, is a little bit extra taxed. I'll get rid of Binding the Old Gods just to really ensure he ain't doing nothing. He can still cast Infernal Grasp. It's too little, way too late, unfortunately. Only has 5 mana. That would effectively kill him at this point, and that's the game. I mean, it's absolutely brutal when you see this deck work in tandem and work the way it's supposed to. That is... I mean, yeah, there's really nothing opponents can do about that. Just having all their spells cost 1 more, and if the spell is CMC 3 normally, it now costs 3 more. Is absolutely game-ending. It's a shame that that's basically the only way white can survive in this meta, is just to ensure your opponents can't play spells. But the other thing, mono white's so fast that the only way to ensure that you can beat them is to have 7 board wipes in the deck, you know? It's a really bizarre standard that we're seeing ourselves in. And we're about halfway through the rotation, so it's only gonna get wilder here. We still have Streets of New Capenia. I'm gonna call it Streets for now. We still have Streets, we still have Brothers War, and we still have Dominaria. So the fact is, it's gonna get a lot weirder. I mean, I'm here for it. Just hopefully the meta gets a little less stale. I mean, I can't imagine... I know I say this every time a new set comes out, but I can't imagine seeing anything get more optimized than there already is. I know that's probably a bizarre thing to say, but... off the top of my head, I can't see a way that you can make this mono white list even more consistent, more destructive, more disruptive, anything. Apart from, I guess, printing new lands. I mean, that was about the only way that, that was about the only way they could do anything in, Kamigawa to break into this format. So, I don't know. Anyway, our opponent's got an interesting choice off the Luminarch Aspirant. No matter what he does, he's facing down Adeline. However, if he puts it on that Usher, he guarantees 2 damage. So I think, personally, that would be the play I'd choose. Along with that, spreads out the counters. He will not make that play. Thing is, it leaves you vulnerable, right? Like, Luminarch Aspirant's very, very good. Except for it's very vulnerable to removal. So loading up counters on that Aspirant, I personally see that as a bad idea. Unless he's gonna chump Adeline with the Usher, I think that was completely the wrong choice. He's just gonna take the forward from Adeline, so honestly, I'm not sure what he's doing. The Overprint Crusade. Yeah, honestly, I think there's not a lot you can do. Snagging Raidan's an awkward choice. I don't think I would have chosen that. I would have chosen the Adeline, as Adeline's a massive tank right now. It's probably the one thing keeping him back. Again, that's just my style of play. I don't think I would have done that personally. I'm tempted to put the counter on the Adeline. But I think I'm going to put it on Thalia. Thalia just holds back more. And I don't think he's willing to trade Luminarch Aspirant for Adeline right now. If he is, that's absolutely awesome. That card did absolutely nothing. His Adeline just came down, his Luminarch Aspirant put a ton of counters on itself, and then died to Adeline. Well, Adeline did some damage to him. So I think that was fine. A very poor use of a very strong card. Anyway, everything I have is flash. Unfortunately, Thalia making my Wanderer cost a little more is really awkward. So I think
Anyone who harms my people must contend with me.
I think the plan is, if he does attack, I trade the Thalia for the Moonrage Brute that has
Keep watch for intruders.
my Aspirant attached to it. Worst case scenario, I just play Guardian of the Faith and end my turn. I think I'm gonna have to do that because I know he's gonna take the Wanderer. Well, I'm just not gonna do that then because I know he's gonna take the Wanderer. There's no way you take Guardian of the Faith over the Wanderer, right? I think that'll be a very poor choice. Alright, well, Guardian of the Faith is a really nice card. It ensures that I can dodge removal spells. Wanderer giving the Samurai First Strike's a very good choice.
Show them how we greet our enemies.
Now, this is a cool thing I can do. Pass the blocks, unless I can block everything. And then, in theory, if everything phases out, they're treated as if they don't exist. So blocks have been declared. My creatures will not be damaged. Unless they're technically not blocking, damage cannot be dealt, so all my stuff lives. I think attacking with Thalia is probably the right choice here. Because I'm gonna put the counter on the Initiate, I think, because that'll at least attempt to hold back some things. Him having the Wanderer is absolutely devastating. That may just be the game changer. Because having a second Moonarch Aspirant's very, very dangerous. And it means I'm going to be taking 6 next turn, if not more, because there's not really much I can do. Crap. I don't think there's much I can do in this game. I think I should just concede right now, because this game's basically over. My Wanderer costs 1 billion, I can't cast my other card in hand. Don't have removal, and he's just gonna make things huge.
We've got the edge in this fight.
So I'm just gonna concede to save some time. It's unfortunate that we lost. Again, we couldn't get that extra land, so I'm not really sure. I know this deck runs 20. That tends to be the standard for aggro decks to run about 20, between 17 and 20. 17 is your low to the ground mono red aggro. That's literally all 1-drops and burn spells, aka 12 versions of Lightning Bolt. It's awkward. That's what happens when you don't want yourself to wander. Yeah, maybe I should have done that, but again, like, Thalia is very, very good. It's a 2-drop, 2/1 first strike. The cost of losing the Wanderer, he just got his first, and it did the same. It's a symmetrical effect. It hit his spells too. So I think having Thalia is much more needed than any other 2-drop you could run. Because Thalia also does damage against control. You saw it against the other deck too. In that it just does work against an opponent's who's just running non-creature spells. Anyway, it's a new game. It looks like we're playing against mono green aggro, which is the worst matchup for mono white. Period. They grow faster, they grow bigger, they ramp harder. They do everything I try to do, but they just do it faster. I gotta try to get 1-for-1 trades while I can, because very, very soon I am not gonna have that option. Thalia's nice. It's gonna tax his classes. Gonna tax his Ren and 7. Gonna tax his Blizzard Brawl, but unfortunately he has enough snow that Thalia just goes down. And we take 3. Still got 1 extra land, so I assume our opponent has either Tamiyo's Safekeeping or Snakeskin Veil, both of which are very annoying to deal with. So why don't you play mono green? Because I think mono white has the edge against other decks. See, standard right now is kind of like a rock paper scissors match. I'm gonna take the 2. I'm actually gonna block with the Usher. I'll block with the Usher. If he's got a... I think it's a fine trade. If he had Tanner's safekeeping, I think it would have been very bad to lose Thalia to it. Especially on the adversary right now. Right, so as I was saying, we kind of got a rock, paper, scissors match going here. You got mono white, which is, I think, has the best matchups overall. Just because the deck has one bad matchup does not mean that it is a inherently bad deck. I think I just take the 3. If he wants to, you know, whatever he wants he can do, I don't really care. He's a life blinker. I knew he had that, I don't know why he burned it. I think he thought it was the other spell, it was Snakeskin Veil. And he's conceding over it. So I'll take it. Even though that's a bad matchup, clearly it just shows. I think he's... different versions don't do as well. I think he's trying to rock more of a low to the ground aggro deck. But the issue is mono green does best when you leverage those value cards in Red and 7 in Ranger Glass. So I'm honestly kind of concede a shame, of course. I'm surprised he did that. Oh, yeah, so this card's gonna see a lot more play.
My roommate's wardrobe just opened on its own. I'm very scared.
Okay, I guess you're haunted.
Yep.
You need to play the Raven Exorcism. 1 white, exile target spirit. Or 1 white, exile target spirit. Also, is your roommate just home? I mean, that may have done
No,
it.
he's not. No, he's not. He's out right now.
Anyway. So, Alex and Rock, what do you guys think of the Pon Chance stickers that I got? Cost all my gems, but I think it's worth it. And I even got Pon. I believe he's a Tanuki, which I think is a I don't know for certain, but I think it's supposed to be a it's an origami inspired mech. I don't know. He's a raccoon. He's a cute raccoon. I don't care. Definitely worth it 100%. Like I rolled with Puppet Chase for so long, it feels weird not having it by my side. But I think I just have to. It's worth it. Plus the stickers, it's worth it. Anyway, so we got a bit of a choice here. Our opponent looks to be running Azorius Control or Azorius Tempo. It's unsure which. He's got Channel to discard the Sky Turtle to play effectively a bounce spell. I'll roll with Thalia, and I'm just going to replay the Usher. So Thalia against the Sky Turtle is kind of awkward for a number of reasons. It's not a creature spell, so Channel gets around it. Tanuki like Tom Nooks. I don't... Tom Nooks is from Animal Crossing, right? Or am I nuts? I'm sorry, I don't play Animal Crossing. I know that probably just pissed a ton of people off, so I'm sorry about that.
Yeah.
Yeah, alright. Hey, I was right. Anyway, Sunblade Samurai. Channel, which is effectively land cycling. Or plane cycling, my bad. 5-drop 4/4 Vigilance Channel. So, from now on, you're going to see me hold up Guardian of the Faith. The main reason of Guardian of the Faith is about to win me the game. Because not only is it a 3-2, but it ensures Thalia will live. I'm just going to phase out the other creatures just in case. That's the game. Cool. Alright, how close are we? Alright, we're 3 wins away. It is 2 o'clock now. I'm going to say this. I'm going to play until I lose. Or until I hit Mythic. Whatever comes first.
That's cool.
This may be a bad idea. And we also, if you guys can look to find someone to raid, because I've been trying to, Colin's been encouraging me to raid more. I haven't been. What if you do with the Wanderer? It turned out yesterday O'Neill, then you passed out up the football for Junior, Jim, Jacob, and I walked over to ask when I fell so I'm going to get into the test when it turns out you dreamed the entire of the past 2 years. Just unsubbed. Wait, why'd you unsub, Nick? I'm gonna keep playing, man. I just said I'd keep playing. You try to raid my boy Big Papa Panda 5? Alright. Send me the link, I guess. I don't know how to... I kinda know how to raid. I'm gonna try and get that going at some point. Yeah, no, I know this seems... I'm not opposed to raiding, it's just I don't know how to do it. And it feels kinda bad when it's just me and Colin. You know, we raid with like 2 people. Corey didn't answer? Oh my god. Alright, if I do it the last 2 years, here's what I do. I definitely tell you about it. I definitely try to use what I saw in, I assume what would have been a vision, to try to predict A, the lottery, and B, to try to become, you know, to try to get to where I am right now, but much faster. I think that's how I do it. Alright, cool. Is he... Yeah, because Big Papa Panda, do you know if he's live right now? I assume you wouldn't be telling me this unless he was live.
You should give Anthony the role to join the channel.
Oh, I'm in the middle of... Alright, cool. I'll figure out that in a minute. I'm guessing... Is he a Magic streamer, Nick? As long as he's a Magic streamer, I kind of want to stick with that for now. I don't think it makes a lot of sense to raid someone who isn't. He is? Alright, excellent. Good answer. Thank you. That's why I didn't answer right away, Alex.
Oh,
you gotta let me think. Just because I'm talking doesn't mean I'm not thinking, you know? I'm a Magic player. I can goof around, I can joke, and still think. Alright, well, I'm gonna pray that's not a board wipe, because if it's a board wipe, I am screwed. We're gonna commit everything to the board. And I really hope this isn't last game, guys. Because if this is the last game, I'll be super salty. Alright, there's 5th land. Goldspan Dragon is not a board wipe, so it looks like we're gonna race. And racing a Goldspan's a horrible idea, so... It doesn't tend to go well. Turns out dragons are excellent at racing. I'm gonna put the counter on the Usher of the Fallen. That gets another counter on the Initiate at least. Gets another friend. And I think I'm gonna use the Initiate. I'm gonna blow up his treasure. This is maybe a bad idea. However, I want to limit his mana as much as possible. Yeah, man, he's playing Elden Ring. Of course everyone's playing Elden Ring. As long as he's primarily a Magic streamer, I'm okay with that. And as long as he speaks English as well, because the last person I rated, I think, was a Spaniard. So, that was fun. Ugh, Windfall. That's brutal. 2 cards, 6 mana. That is not... If I'm gonna win this game, that's not how we do it. Drawing lands also isn't the way, unfortunately. I'm gonna hope he doesn't have any answers. He doesn't! We win! Hey, I'll take it. We won. Honestly, I'm shocked. I did not think that win was gonna. I didn't think we were gonna win that game. Typically, when a Goldspan comes down, you know, a mono white deck attempts to race it. It's never a good idea. But you know, you gotta take what wins you can get, man. The road to Mythic continues. We are 2 wins away. We're in overtime, but it doesn't matter. We're going hard for this. These next 2 games are going to be... I gotta be on my best. And I think this is easily one of the better things I can do. Hopeful Initiate and Intrepid Adversary are solid. Super focused. Oh, Spellbinder. The curve is looking brutal. We are in fact going to hit Mythic. I'm not gonna make any promises, I'll say that. Intrepid Adversary as just a 3-1, but 3-1 that's gonna make that Hopeful Initiate stronger. Spellbinder attacks his hand. I have a good feeling about this game so far. Borrowed time gets rid of the adversary. That's all good. We got that 4th land for the adversary. Adversary will come down as an Anthem the turn after. It's gonna be absolutely huge. Deal a ton of damage to our opponent's face. That sure is a hand we're looking at. You gotta hit the Wandering Emperor. It's the only card you can play, potentially play on this turn. Provided he didn't hit a land. Alright, cool. This is huge. We gotta get some damage in as soon as possible. I think that adversary is the way to do it. Adversary rumble for 6. Rumble for 7. Next turn, Adeline and Initiate, and this game's looking very close. If he gets 1 land, though, those Super Friends are gonna pop off. He doesn't. We got there. Alright. We're gonna hit Mythic, baby. For the first time in 2022, and for the first time since December of 21, we may, in fact, hit Mythic. Like I said, this will be the last game for certain. No matter what. I said I'd play till I hit Mythic, or until I hit a loss. And I'm gonna stick with it. I have to win this game. Absolutely humongous. You are absolutely correct, Mr. Nicholas. Oh man, alright. It's gonna be a close one, I think. I don't even know. I haven't even seen the game yet. I already think it's gonna be a close one. Oh, alright. I haven't been Mythic in so long, and I don't think this is the way to do it, unfortunately. Alright, this is a little better. I'm gonna keep this. I'm gonna pitch Raydan. Because I think of this, in this hand, Raydan's probably the card that does the least. It's a very specific card, and it's very good, and it's not gonna do enough in this matchup. Compared to the Brutal Cathar and Spellbinder, which are just good all-around cards, that's a bit more specific. And unfortunately, it looks like that's the wrong choice. Oh crap. That's a very good question, Alex. You'll have to give me a moment to think. I didn't expect that. To be honest with you, I think I just, panic, honestly. Like, there's not too many things you can do with that, and just with how unexpected it would be. Especially since Kyle and my brother, who's usually live streaming with us, is at work right now. It is. I gotta get rid of that meat hook. That would be a really, truly bizarre thing, truly unexpected. The other thing, I'd be shocked I have a desk. I am currently playing on my bed, basically. It's a janky setup. I don't have room. Yeah. Ugh. Then I gotta get rid of that Brutal Cathar. Because Legion Angel's a lot better in this matchup. Guaranteeing that I'll be able to have a ton of spells is very, very nice. And even though I'll trade an Usher for the Virus Beetle, I think having Legion Angels is much more critical. Unfortunately, he can play the Wandering Emperor next turn if he plays a land. But it's tapped and he can't play it. Always got his Shambling Ghast. Alright. Alright, come on. We're just gonna jam. He's gonna kill the Spellbinder. It's fine. Spellbinder goes down. He only takes 4. He takes 7, my bad. He takes 7 and we are potentially lethal. Alright, these hypotheticals are getting really weird, dude. Like, I mean, I understand that's the point of them, but man, they're getting confusing. Anyway, I think we may just have him here, because all he's going for a treasure. There can't be a Blood on the Snow. The only thing he can hit is Fairy Well, I think. If he has fair, and we know he doesn't, we know he'd have to draw it. The only thing he's got in hand is a Happy Chef, a Legion Angel, Wanderer, and Restoration of Rajango, none of which win the game on their own. And he drew a land, so I think this is the game. We're gonna hit Mythic! I am so happy to hit this on stream for you guys.
Playing GTA.
Congratulations, Aiden. I hit Mythic.
Oh, you did hit Mythic right now.
Yep, I'm
Oh,
gonna
let's go.
take a quick screenshot of that. Oh, alright, we got there. 10 minutes overtime, doesn't matter. Only thing that matters is we got there. The madman did it, you're damn right, Nicholas. Alright, well, with that, I'd like to thank you guys for watching, for Aiden for joining me in stream chat, for Nick and Alex in Twitch chat. Wait, wrong emote. That was... Bruh, that's not... Oh, I'm shocked. Yeah, I'm gonna figure out how to raid real quick. Let me...
Should also give Anthony the ability to join.
Give me a second. I'll do the raid first. If I remember correctly, I have to go to
You
my...
hate Anthony. You simply hate Anthony.
He can join in Twitch chat. I don't know why he's not watching the Twitch. Or not watching the live stream. Anyway, if you could send that guy in one more time, Nick. I gotta try to figure out how to raid. If you can send it in chat real quick, that'll be phenomenal. Emotes are not going away. That is perfect. Good answer. Big Papa Panda. Alright, cool. Big Papa Panda 5. Stream Manager. Alright, give me just a minute here. Think you might have to be following them? No, I don't have to be following them. Big Papa Panda 5. No results found. Come on. Is it no spaces? Oh, I see him. Alright, well, let's start the raid. Hope you guys enjoy it. Thank you so much for watching. It is awesome that you guys are joining me here. We're able to join me for this, I say this achievement. I know it's not really a big achievement, but, you know, gotta take what we can get. I appreciate you guys sticking around. Remember, I will be streaming again on Friday, same times. I have a YouTube channel, Gilgamesh746 on Twitch, or on YouTube, and on Twitch if you're watching the YouTube video. I will be posting any old live streams there, and maybe a couple videos here or there. I'm trying to see what works. I have a Twitter. Everything's in the bio down below, so please check all that out. And with that, thank you so much for watching, and enjoy Big Papa Panda. Thanks for the raid, Nick. I appreciate it. No spaces. Yep, you're right. Alright. What?
We're saying raid in the they all, me and Nick,
Nice.
all three of us.
I'm gonna check out the channel real quick. Give me just a second. Hey, I mean, we gotta take that, you know. I'm gonna join the stream real quick and drop a follow, I guess. I hope he at least acknowledged the raid.
Oh, I don't know. I haven't muted.
Oh yeah, fair enough. Come on, baby, come on. Come on, Twitch, you can load.
Let's talk about it.
Alright, well, it doesn't look like he's said anything.
It's a memento. Amp, how you doing? My man was playing mono white. Oh, like mono white weenies? Is that still a standard deck that's like around?
Oh, I got it.
I always feel like most sets there's a mono white weenies deck that like kind of stomps. Big, good to see you. Amp, hello.
All right,
I'm always a fan of green red stomp. Cool stomp. Where did that go that I just picked up? I haven't really paid attention to Kamigawa, the new Kamigawa, too much. I'm always afraid to look into Magic because I think I'm going to spend all my money every time I look at it, so I just avoid it. I don't know where that went. Whatever. Okay, so nobody was actually throwing in. Sure. Hey, I appreciate the raid. I hope you had a wonderful stream. I think I'm gonna die to this person. I don't know. Is this a person? Thank you for and broke and play Bowser Gallery. Yeah. Luckily, where I live, there's not a lot of EDH. Thank fuck, because I would be so poor. It would be insane. Ouch.
Alright,
Oh, that's bad. That's bad. Bad.
Alright, thanks for joining me, and I'm gonna disconnect because I got
A lot of fun, hit Mythic. Oh, you're playing on Arena? I actually never really got into Arena too much. It's pretty sweet.
Alright, I'll see you later.
Oh. That's alright. That's alright. Now that we can just take the elevator here, it'll be sweet. Mythic is pretty insane. I'm a shit tier player. I do. I actually just swapped it out. My GPDC is like playmat. I use this pad all the time. But glory.
Oh my god, it's your birthday this month? And you didn't say anything? Well, happy
I am just a giant non-believer in them for me personally.
that it's not